The next type of control structure is called a multiway. Now, a multiway is very similar to the binary, which was the if statements. However, a multiway is designed to test for conditions. So condition, unlike a Boolean, is only allowed to have one condition true, but can have more than two choices. So for example, you might ask them to select a number between 1 to 5, and based on that number to do something. Otherwise, you might ask them to choose a color from a range of colors. So they're used quite often, and they have similarities to our binary. So how's this look in pseudocode and flowcharts? Instead of using an if statement, we use a case where value, and we list out the criteria. So in this one here, I've used A, B, and C. So if A is selected, then we do that. B is selected, we do this. C is selected, we do this. And it's really important to have an otherwise clause in there. So imagine if I was to ask you to enter a number between 1 to 5. If you put in the letter A or a number outside 1 to 5, then this otherwise clause will catch the error and say, please enter a valid value. How's this look in flowcharts? As I said before, you can see that they get very large very quickly. So we have the decision diamond, where we put in our relational or logical clause. And then we have what happens with the labeling, the 1, 2, 3, or whatever we've got in terms of our conditions, values. And we have the otherwise come out to left or right. So let's do an example together. So write an algorithm that will calculate the type of car that passes a set of point. So the cars can be categorized as having either 2 wheels, bicycle, 4 wheels car, 8 wheels bus, or greater than 8 truck. Now, we won't do the flowchart part, we'll just do the pseudocode because I think pseudocode is a more useful skill to know, especially in HTC than flowcharts. So we can here we have our input, which is the number of wheels. I'm going to capitalize it as a reserved word. Now, we need to put down a condition. So it's where number of wheels equals, and in here we have print bicycle if it's 2. If it's 4, we can see up there, we're going to print it's a car. If it's a 8, we know it's a truck. Sorry, my apologies. It is a bus. Otherwise, we can put a condition there saying if it has other wheels, it has to be a truck. Now, you can also use the otherwise clause in there as a way of preventing errors. So we could actually have here greater than 8 and then have please enter a valid number, but it works out better here. Now, what I want you to do now is I want you to convert the following pseudocode into a multi-way. As you see here, this works. You can have a list of if statements around these school figs from year 7 to 12. However, it's not very efficient. It's going to require more lines of code. It's going to be harder to maintain. So using the above example, I would like you to create a flowchart and a pseudocode that converts this into a multi-way. You can locate the worksheet which is attached to this video. Please let me know if you have any questions.